let them go. They keep stopping me from going where I'm supposed to go. I don't know, it's like every single time, bitch, you running through my mind. I be locked and loaded.
Happy Tuesday, everybody. Hope you had a great Labor Day weekend. If you're here in the United States, wanted to put this out there. I did my podcast today from Thursday's session last week, focusing in on taking time to smell the roses, to be taking the time to be still when we have so many things pulling at our attention, whether that is, social media, different apps. And remember, there's hundreds of people that are designing these apps to keep our attention, whether it's, the football season that's upon us, whether that's college football on Saturdays, the NFL on Sundays. It could be, the baseball as it's coming to a close here. There's a multitude of just different activities that are occurring that can cause us to be either completely inundated constantly or feeling like we're missing out on something. And so it becomes crucial to take the time to be able to reflect and say, who do I want to be? What's important to me? Whether that's meditation, whether that's sitting there pondering. We'll oftentimes on the business side take the time to be able to have a look at working on the business instead of in it. When we reflect on ourselves personally, when we look at our lives as a couple, should we be having date night? Should we be doing different things to be able to make sure that we're taking care of what's most important? So take time, smell those roses. Turns out. All right, first one in here at the office, about 7:30. Got an interview coming in here at 8. Let's go make it happen. Picked up Nate. He's already back there studying, so he is staying focused as well. Okay, so now when I'm standing, I'm gonna button this up right here. Make it look a little more professional. This is Sherman. Juan, good to hear from you. I hope you're doing great. How was your Labor Day weekend? All right. No, you took off. I love that. Yeah. So no, totally. So the way that I see things is that you and I are business friends and will become even better friends. So I'm a big believer and supporter of what you're doing over there. And so I would love to help out whatever I can do. Introduce you to people in my marketplace and in my network. What can I do? You bet. Okay. All right. Good talk with you. Talk to you later. Bye. Anita, sorry about that. No, sometimes I've totally missed you, so I appreciate you being persistent and calling back. Okay. So yeah, no, I really appreciate you reaching out and letting me know. I apologize if I didn't make it more clear on the way the process works. So in the background now, at this particular stage that we're at, we'll be doing a lot of the legwork behind the scenes and taking your fingerprints, getting you through what we call our process, opening up the window so that way you can go sit for the exam. And then after that, you and I will be touching base to be able to make sure that we transition you in the most smooth manner here to our organization. Absolutely, looking forward to it. Okay, we'll talk to you tomorrow. Okay, here we are, everybody. Crazy Asian Vlog. Gonna make a phone call here. Susan is winning. Be better with Susan. Susan, Sherman, how are you? No, I'm glad. No, great to hear from you. Did you have a chance to look over the email that I sent you about the 6 different bullet points? Great. Was there anything you wanted to add or take away from what I sent you? Okay, great. And what ultimately is the purpose? What are the main themes that you want to take away from your first episode on Thursday? Okay. Great. So one of the things here that I want to make sure that I'm going to get there around 8. I'm going to get there about a half hour early just to prepare. If you want to role play out some things ahead of time, I want to make sure that you and I are comfortable as much as possible before we do the live recording. Want to hit it as ideal as possible. And so, and also take some photos, maybe do a live session on Instagram. I want to be able to make sure that we're marketing this the best way possible. One of the things that I thought that you could do is reach out to either in a LinkedIn post or an Instagram and, is there anything that people want to know regarding those different topics of vulnerability, accepting your new norm, adjusting to change, growing, where they currently are. I thought that would be a great way to be able to do some different teasers in regards to your overall strategy. What do you think? Okay. Good. Well, I guess if I kind of just bumble through it, it would sound something along the lines of, in my show, Be Better with Susan, I'm going to be addressing vulnerability. What topics would you like me to address? Or in my Be Better with Susan show, I'm going to be talking about change and growth and dealing with your new norms. Is there anything that you would like me to cover? And see if people are going to respond in the comment section and give you, feel free to tag me your LinkedIn post, feel free to, tag me on Instagram. That way I can share it with my community, and that way we can get as much eyes on this as possible. Okay? That sounds great. We'll talk to you soon. We'll see you on Thursday. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I forgot to record for you guys that at 4 o'clock, someone stood me up. Then come in at 4 o'clock and didn't show that. Sometimes I like to show that because sometimes it makes it seem like if I only show you the good things, none of the bad things happen. Bad things happen, right? Some people will decide to move forward, others don't. It's just part of the process. So I don't want someone to look at the scenario of the day and think, oh, all the meetings always keep. It's, one great conversation after another. Sometimes the conversations don't go very well. Sometimes the candidate isn't worth talking to. Sometimes the coaching session doesn't go perfectly or ideal. And so it becomes an opportunity for me to adjust and move forward and, maybe even shift sideways on what might be going on. So I never want anyone to ever look at this and think that everything's cherry, everything goes really well. Had some great conversations today with a young professional group. There was a woman that did kind of misunderstood kind of what I was saying, but it was okay. And then had some good conversations. We did a lot of pacing today when I was making my conversations. So let's see, how many steps did I get in? I got in over 10,000 steps, and all I did was kind of pace around, stayed in my office mainly. So gonna drop Nate off here, head out. He's done a ton of studying, so he's gonna recap to me a little bit about what down terms out. Everybody, end of the day, sometimes things happen that you don't anticipate, so I just wanted to come and show you this because I think sometimes people think everything's always honky-dory, but so luckily everybody's safe and okay, but the neighbor across the street ran into our vehicle here, give it a pretty good smack here. Luckily, so the entire window was just shattered out. I'll send you the videos right here. And but everyone's safe, and that's what matters. This is just product, and that's what we have insurance for. Unfortunately, you'll notice here the cord, the coil that moves the garage door is broken, so it's got to get fixed. So sometimes things just don't go right, and that's okay. You just got to adjust and deal with it. No point in getting angry, or you just adjust. That's really the mindset. Turns out.
Meant to be true to you, a legend in the making, make the best of every moment, cause nothing lasts forever, but forever I'll be focused on the now, never, this my testimony, yeah, that's my testimony, yeah, I'm about to take all of you out, nobody's safe, you're playing it safe.